Every day, we wear masks. We smile, we nod, we say, "I'm fine." But deep down, things aren't always so fine. The truth is, most of us are hiding. We hide our fears, our pain, our insecurities. And we do it because we're afraid of what might happen if we truly show ourselves, if we allow ourselves to be vulnerable. I've worn that mask for years. It's easier, isn't it? Pretending that everything's okay, even when it's not. It's a defense, a shield we carry, trying to protect ourselves from the world, from others seeing the cracks. The cracks in our mind, in our heart, in the way we feel like we're constantly falling apart inside. But what happens when we stop pretending? When we let down the guard, just for a moment? What happens when we let ourselves be seen, truly seen? It's terrifying. To expose what's inside, to show that we're not invincible, that we're human. I've always been afraid of that. Afraid that if I let someone in, really let them in, they'd see the mess I've been trying to hide. The regrets, the fears, the mistakes I've made. Maybe it's safer to stay hidden behind the mask. Maybe it's easier to keep pretending that I'm okay. But the truth is, it's exhausting. Carrying that weight. The weight of not being honest, of not showing the parts of me that are broken. I've been running from myself for so long, trying to bury the pain. But it doesn't go away. It only grows heavier. There's a moment, though, when you realize that maybe being vulnerable isn't a weakness. Maybe it's the only way to find peace. To be honest with yourself and with the people you care about. To stop pretending that you've got it all together when you don't. To admit that you're struggling, that you need help. But there's still that voice, isn't there? The one that says, don't let them in. Don't show your true self. The voice that whispers, if they see the real you, they'll walk away. I've heard it so many times. It's easy to listen to that voice, to stay quiet and hide behind the mask, because it feels safer. But here's what I've been learning. Hiding doesn't make the pain go away. It only makes it worse. When we keep everything inside, when we keep pretending that we're fine, we're just building walls. Walls that separate us from the world. Walls that keep others out, but also keep us trapped in our own isolation. What if, instead of hiding, we allowed ourselves to be seen? To let go of the mask, just for a moment, and let someone in. Even if we don't have all the answers, even if we don't know what will happen next. What if we could be vulnerable and still be strong? What if, in that vulnerability, we found true connection? I've always thought that being vulnerable meant being weak. That showing my emotions, admitting that I was struggling, would make me seem fragile, like I wasn't capable of handling life. But maybe that's where I've been wrong. Maybe real strength lies not in hiding, but in being honest about who we are. The good, the bad, the broken parts. It's hard to admit, but the truth is, we all have scars. We all have stories that we're afraid to tell. There's a part of me that's always felt like I'm running from my past, from the things I've done and the mistakes I've made. But every time I run, the weight gets heavier. It doesn't go away. And every time I put on that mask, I'm just hiding from the truth. So, maybe it's time to stop running. Maybe it's time to face the truth. To stand in front of the people who care about me and say, I'm not okay. I need help. I'm scared. To stop pretending like I have it all together when, in reality, I'm falling apart inside. I don't know if I can ever stop being afraid of being vulnerable. But I know that if I don't try, I'll continue to live in the shadows, behind the mask. And I don't want that anymore. I want to be seen. I want to be heard. I want to be understood. Maybe being vulnerable isn't as scary as it seems. Maybe it's the first step toward healing, toward finding peace. Maybe it's the only way we'll ever truly connect with the people around us. Maybe it's the only way to let go of the weight we've been carrying. I don't have all the answers. I don't know what's coming next. But I know this, I can't keep hiding. I have to let go. I have to be brave enough to be vulnerable. And maybe, just maybe, that's where I'll find the strength I've been searching for all along.